2 o'clock in the morning. You're yet to walk through that front door. I'm pissed as fuck. Don't worry about what you're doing. If you do what I do, your life is growing. That's what's up.
Hey, Christopher, first to the chat. Hey, She Travel, thank you for moderating.
2 o'clock in the morning, you get to walk through that front door. I'm pissed as fuck. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, you get to walk through that front door. I'm pissed as fuck. You took my ass on the crazy side. I find out later I'm the chick on the side. I ain't gon' do this. I'm a queen and I ain't gonna do this. I ain't do this. I ain't do this. I ain't gon' 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 do this.
Hey, Mike.
I'm a queen and I ain't gonna.
Thank you. Hey, MJ. Yes, you can. Just be respectful. Yes, you can. Hey, Hazel. Hey, Sweetie. Hey, Pamela. Hey, Side. Admin.
Don't worry about what you're doing. If you do what I do, your life is growing. That's what's up.
Thank you to my moderator, She Travel, for cleaning it up. Thank you. Hey, No Sheeple. Okay, now, when you come in here, you got to be respectful. Give this place the utmost respect. Loved you too.
Straight out to the motherfucking crazy side. Don't turn around. This shit is
Thank you, She Travel. For those who are respectful, you're welcome here. To be amongst the crossroads is Mother and my wonderful subscribers and moderators. If you can't respect that, your privileges will be eliminated. I will respect you, but you got to give me some too. Okay?
He's out of dream. We took this shit straight out to the motherfucking crazy side. Don't turn around. This shit is to walk through that front door. I'm pissed as fuck. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. You get to walk through that front door.
Sure is. is. Hey, Undead Goddess, how you doing? She traveler. She slaying them. She's slaying them. We're going to flick the ticks. You a tick. Get out of here. If you are respectful and you need a reading, this is the session for all readings, okay? If you're respectful, you'll be able to get a reading. Because some people need a reading. So, but if you're trolling and you're disruptive, you're going to be gone. Pew! We don't have to tolerate it. Okay. Okay, I really want to do one more song. Are you all ready? Let me know. Are y'all ready for us to get deep into the session at this point? They're working you overtime, ain't it? Oh, these people are crazy. Hey, Bobby, how you doing? Y'all give it up for She Traveler as she take out the raid and spray for insects. You understand? Okay. Now, so what we want to do, I want to know from you all, are you all interested? We're going to have to get try to eliminate some of these trolls right quick. So I'm going to play one more song while we get to the bottom of the trolls, because we got 31 in the chat, so it's moving real fast, and I need to give her some help right quick. Okay. Let's get some more music in here right quick. Okay, I'm finna play y'all favorite. I know it's mine.
You to cut my food. I don't want you to wash my clothes. You can't even touch my
Hey,
hair.
Gail, how you doing? Thank you so much for moderating. Thank you to my moderators. I'm gonna need y'all tonight. For sure.
Girl, I think you got the who.
Thank you, Bobby. Bobby says ancestors in here with you, mama. Thank you. Thank you. Pamela says hit that button, please. Okay. Y'all gotta excuse these lyrics, okay? This was a long ways back, but we gotta have our own music, so YouTube won't block the video. Okay, Sweet Tea said, guess what, mama? Since you said my job wasn't going to give me a raise, I got another job. Congratulations. Congratulations. Once again, we're going to give some intense readings. If you need a reading, be be respectful in here, and I will get to as many as I can. Now I can't do a reading on everybody, but we'll try to get to the first people who show up. But all disrespect will be handled accordingly. We will eliminate your privileges to be in here, okay? You're gonna be gone. You're gonna be like just not even a thought or a memory, okay? Oh, I do? Okay.
Hide your shoes, hide your clothes, hide your hair, hide your pants, hide your soul. Hide your bra, hide your drawers, hide your shoes, hide your hair, hide your clothes, hide your soul. Hide your shoes, hide your clothes, hide your hair, hide your pants,
Okay, so
hide your soul.
the person who said you're African, so you say in the real practice of what? I'm not African. I am an indigenous American. So what's real for you, what you do, is going to be different from what I do. I don't live in Africa. So what I do is real over here. This is our practice, okay? It's called hoodoo. So y'all do something else over there, but you can't say that ours is not real, because you don't live here. Okay, Gail said, let them know, Mo. Don't underestimate what we do over here. You know? And I won't underestimate what y'all do over there, because I've never been there and I never will go. But I believe in what I do here. So don't get it confused. You know what I mean? Respect us over here as we do our thing. You understand? Exactly. She traveled. We're on the land of our ancestors. We didn't come from Africa. They lied. They tell us that we came from Africa, but we didn't. We are the indigenous of the United States, which it was called Amaruku at the time. We are the indigenous. Exactly. Gail said the blood of our ancestors permeate this soil. African man, make no mistakes. Hello. I love that. Thank you. Okay. So did we slay them all? Because I may have to play one more. We haven't slayed them all, y'all. Let me find one more so I can make sure they are eliminated. We want to make sure they're all eliminated. At this point, we got 49 in the chat, but only 17 thumbs up. Could we please get these thumbs up? Don't you got a wife to go to? Okay, you're saying in your in your practice. Okay, y'all don't listen to music. Y'all make it. Well, now in some circumstances, I have seen where they beat the drums and dance and everything, but I don't know what this practice you're talking about, but this is just a reading. We're just doing readings over here. This is not a ceremony. This is not a ritual or anything of that nature, okay? Thank you. Our moderator says trolls will be banished. Watch yourself when you enter into this channel and be respectful. Exactly. A lot of people have lost their privileges. Some of them are wasting their time trying to create other troll accounts or using other troll accounts, and they are wasting their energy, because if you come back in here, we're gonna slay you again. So when the live is over with and people do the live chat replay, they won't even see your comments. It's just a waste of energy. Hello, Queen of the Crossroads. How you doing? It's been a minute. Hey, Cassandra. How you doing? Be careful. To the person who asked where I'm from, I am from the United States of America in Alabama. Thank you, Bobby Tucker said, be respectful or you will be gone, baby, off this dimension. And amen. Don't underestimate us indigenous people of this particular land. Hello. That's how come so many people have been handed their asses because they underestimate. And you got to understand it's just not my physical body here. But there are most of these people in here have supernatural powers and have favor with beings in high places, low places too. That's called favor. Watch it. Oh, you did go to school in Selma, okay. Exactly, Bobby. Multi-dimensional everywhere at one time. And interdimensional too. Okay, y'all, I think we about ready. What y'all think? How about that? Y'all about ready? Do y'all want to hear one more? Y'all ready to start the session? Press one if you want to hear one more. Are y'all ready to start the session? Okay, everybody ready to start the session. Let me turn this off before something else comes on, like a song with a copyright problem. Oops. See there? My hand hit the button. Hello, everyone. Hello to the people who do not know where they have shown up at. I am Mother Wisdom Tree here, and I reside in the southern portion of the United States of America. And here we have a cultural system known as hoodoo. It is a practice just about anywhere in the United States of America. But it originated in the South. So you could be anywhere in the U.S. and practice hoodoo. As a matter of fact, there are people who practice hoodoo in other countries. So let's talk about it, you know. You may be living in the North and you have ties to it through your family's bloodline. And it's just in you to practice, you know, or you may be somewhere far out west and you have been called to the practice. The practice is said to have come from Africa, you know, and but it's a different practice than just, you know, they just say Africa, but we know they're talking about West Africa because we know Africa is not a country; it's a vast continent. And so they say we are West Africans, and we brought the practice over the waters with us, and it protected us. Those who made it, you know, it protected us from, you know what I mean, from some terrible things that could have happened to us. But my take on it is this: I think I know for sure because it makes sense. that black people were all, and they are all over the planet. Every black person did not find their origins just from that little small portion called West Africa. Now let's be real, okay? You know, you're looking at a whole vast realm here, or some people might want to say globe or earth or whatever, just to think that every single black person on this planet found its origins just from West Africa is ludicrous. Okay? So we were here already. I'm not saying that there weren't Africans that came in and made it with us. You know, I'm not saying that, but we were here before anything else got here, okay? We navigated ourselves in our own ships here, back and forth. Okay. Like I was talking to this Moorish man and I said, "Where you from?" He said, "I'm from the earth." He said, "Anywhere on the earth is my home if I make it there." And yeah, we were nomads. We didn't settle in one place. So, you know, yeah, of course, you know, we've moved around the planet. Like I had my DNA done and it was quite a bit of different you know, ancestors there from different regions, just to think that, I'm not saying that there aren't any human beings that have only one DNA in their body, just one, particular, I guess, I don't want to use tribe or just one gene of one people in them. And it is true now, some people live in these remote villages and stuff like that. Yes, of course, they may just have like one particular tribe and that is it. But once again, we, the people here in the United States, okay, us, some people of other races, but black people, we moved around. You understand? These black people over here did not stay in one place. And I was talking to an African woman that invited me to her church, and she had her DNA done, and she didn't have just one tribe of people. She found out she had European in her. So even in West Africa, because that's what she's from, even in West Africa, a lot of them have DNA from Europe and different places too. There was another African lady that I talked to that only had one tribe, and I think she told me she was Igbo, and that was all she had. So, but if you're in the United States of America, you gonna have, if you are indigenous to the U.S., meaning you were born here, your mama was born here, your dad, and you go further back, and everybody in the tree from here all the way back to the 16s. I mean, they stopped right around late 1700s. Come on now. You're not just going to be just one people. You're going to have European in you. You're going to have just about everything. So, no, we don't stay in one place, and we just didn't come from no West Africa. I don't believe that. So I just wanted to say that, okay? Show your appreciation, says our moderator, She Traveler, and donate to Mother Wisdom Tree Cash App, $venitaluv, or PayPal, spirittree41@yahoo.com. Thank you so much for that. Okay, beautiful. M and J said, I had my DNA done as well. You can, if you feel comfortable, you can share some of your results if you like. Okay, Undead Goddess says, well said, well said, traveler. Say, if it's not for you, then scat. Let us stay in love and only love. Exactly. Exactly my sentiment. Okay. Our moderator said 42 watching and only 12 likes. Everyone press the button. Okay. Y'all know what to do. Do what you're supposed to. Okay. Okay. So now we need to know. We're ready to get the session started. Who wants a reading? Okay. Okay. I want to know this. Are y'all ready for the reading on people who are coming for readings first, or do you want a reading on what's getting ready to happen? I kind of have been foretold what's getting ready to happen in the United States of America. Okay, Eric said reading, please. Okay, okay. Hey, Cassandra, how you doing? Cassandra says she wants to know the event. Y'all get ready. I'm finna tell y'all something to get ready to go down. She traveled said, "What is what is getting ready to happen? Y'all need to get ready." The United States government is not aware of this, but there is going to Texas is going to uprise. Texas is going to uprise. Now, I'm not sure other states, but for sure, America is getting ready to divide. Now, you've heard about the fault line is going to divide. The East Coast from the West Coast. We've heard of those things that are going to happen, but I'm not talking about that event per se. I'm talking about an uprising where the state of Texas is getting ready to challenge the United States government. And you kind of see some of that stuff going on now. And I know y'all gonna say, duh, we already knew it, but it's going to be in a way that is going to disrupt the entire country. Because there are some y'all already know this too, but it's getting ready to happen. Like the event will happen between now closing 2024, but 2025 is going to be plain old rotten. Texas is not going to cooperate with the U.S. government. Texas is going to have armed forces that will be ready to retaliate against the United States of America. Okay? So you're going to start hearing about more strange anomalies going on in Texas. Like disastrous weather, which is doing it now. Y'all already know they're having all kind of weird ice storms, that's tearing up the place. They're having like weird just expect for power companies to be pulling out of Texas, utility companies, internet companies pulling out of Texas. It's going to be almost uninhabitable. Lots of people are fleeing Texas as we speak right now. There are going to be people that don't have the necessities like electricity, water, gas, that whatever. Be prepared because this winter, Texas is going to experience one of the worst winters as they have upped the ante on weather machines. We're talking about people who are there's going to be a huge loss of life. This is why I'm saying, please, you all, I'm going to give you all another warning because I never will forget. I think it was like a couple of years ago. I was in the temple. I gave a warning. I don't know who all was in there at the time that are still here now. I said, please get your blankets. It should be 8 blankets to every person. I said this. I said, please get your they got these little radios that you turn like this, and it will keep your cell phone charged. Just winding it up. They got a lot of those on TikTok. I got quite a few myself. Those will make great gifts. They don't cost much. That's why I'm doing my Christmas shopping. If it's the Great Big Mother's wheel and I'm able to make it, go and get y'all those radios that twist like this. It don't require no solar energy, no electricity outlets, none of that. The power is just winding it, and you can charge things up in it. If you have like maybe perhaps a lot of things they're creating, instead of going into power outlets, they can go into your USB ports. So it has like a few USB ports where you can plug up things. Maybe perhaps, you never know. Maybe that you can plug up a little small tablet or something like that, and you could stay abreast as to what is going on. But it's very important that you have blankets, alternative heating. Know how to warm yourself up in spite of the fact that you're inside of a house with no heat. A lot of people perished because, they didn't understand just simple safety rules. You are to never operate anything in your house that requires gasoline. Do not put a generator in your house and operate it. You will die from carbon monoxide poisoning. You won't even know it. You will be sleepy and go to sleep forever. Do not put your car in a garage. Turn it on and close your garage door and stay in your car. You're going to sleep forever. It's like one of those peaceful sleeps. No, it's not painful. You just go to sleep and you don't even know you're gone. You got little ones, don't do that to your little ones. Don't operate gas powered things in your house like a leaf blower that operates by gas. You know, you'd be just surprised the weird things people do, you know, to just to do anything to keep warm, you know, just to feel, you know, the warmth from the thing. You know, somebody passed away operating a leaf blower in their house. The ways to keep warm, if you got your own house, go ahead and buy your barrel. Get you a barrel. That barrel will keep you warm. Get to know your neighbors. That's the time when everyone should come together, because Texas, you finna have it very hard coming towards the end of this year, next year. A lot of people are saying get out of Texas. I don't necessarily, if you know how to live without certain things like water, electricity, and heat in the winter and air in the summer, just stay there and stand your ground. But if you know you can't live like that, you may want to be looking at some alternative states to be, because Texas is getting ready to challenge. It is going to start a rift once Texas takes this chance. And the chance is because they are sick and tired and they fed up. Expect for some northern states to follow a great convoy of motorcycles and trucks are going to be headed to the White House. Bam! I seen it. Woo! With so many motorcycles, it sound like the sound of all of them. It sounded almost like, you know, like a noisy UFO hovering in the sky over the rooftops. There are going to be thousands and thousands of motorcycles headed to the White House. Now, the White House, the people, they're, you know, the powers that be that are in that area, you know that you're wasting your time. It's going to be more or less a statement than anything, because your president, it does not reside in this place. It does not reside in the Capitol. It does not reside in the White House. It was said that the White House has been sold, that it was on the market. It has been sold. It has been boarded up. Some people say they've taken the boards off. It's just a symbol. That's all it is at this point. But you'll never get to any presidential officials. Now, it's interesting who I think is going to become president. Lots of people are going to be very disappointed. Lots of people are going to be disappointed. They're going to go get their guns. Just put it like this. With all of these different changes that are coming about, that's going to really hit hard after the election, your United States government knows that it's going to be prepared to have military on the ground. Get prepared for military to be on the ground. And this is really going to drastically affect our country. A lot of people in other countries are going to see the fall of America. It's coming. Like I said, the end of this year, you'll see it. And like right after the elections in the year 2025, you can almost expect many states to go to war with the U.S. government, because the United States government has had its reign. No, once again, no empire can withstand or can stand beyond 3, 4, 500 years. That time is up. You never heard of a great dynasty, understand, lasting for eons. It's not possible. So what your United States government hopes is that allowing a lot of foreign people here, it would cause a war with the citizens. And that's a good way for them to save face and bow out gracefully. And it almost is like to say, you know, it was not necessarily the fact that we failed this country because we went broke, but the country failed because of its citizens. Does that make sense? So bringing the foreigners in here and they don't have papers, they're illegals, it's going to cause a war among, they prefer a war amongst citizens and foreigners and not necessarily citizens against the government. So it's a deterrent, it's a distraction. You understand? So we got our minds grounded on all these people, you understand what I mean, are coming from other countries, they have different cultures, or some jealousy, you know, seeing foreigners driving these new trucks and coming in having a heyday as they have like $12,000 and $13,000 on a food stamp card, $4,000 coming in per month, and all of these gratuities that Americans need and as citizens they are not allowed to have will also cause some war. So it's like your government is encouraging the violence because they're not taking in consideration their own what? Their own citizens, natural born citizens, okay? So the energy is brewing inside. You understand? These motorcycles, I want to say motorists, but a motorist could just be any kind of vehicle, you know. Oh my God, thousands and thousands are going to take the streets. Oh, they're going to go up even higher on gas prices and stuff like that because these people got to have fuel as they pull in. So you're going to see that militias just wild and crazy. It's not going to be any order here. But this is what the government wants. Meanwhile, while there's violence, and y'all wonder what those, what, where those under, what, y'all wonder why they have built these underground bunkers. They've built them for this that is to come. That's what it's for. I'm from Alabama. Hello, pretty crystal clear. Now, okay, so now I've said all of that. So I just wanted to let you all know that once again, it's going to be a very brutal winter. Warm, but brutally, when it's cold, it's brutally cold. Okay. You had that last year, but they're going to up the ante. Look for the worst civil unrest, the worst disruption in this country ever. They're going to be turning over and overthrowing. Hello? It's going to be some people that's going to, it's finna be some. Okay. Dead Goddess said, look up Raven Rock, similar to Area 51. Gail said, the rules of darkness of this world are who we are wrestling against. Okay. I'm just looking over the chat, but I know, because I'm trying to go back. Okay. Cassandra said, just look at Colorado. Look at Ohio. Look at, but like I said, the government is getting, we're playing into the narrative. We're going to play into the narrative, the strife that they're creating for us. They already predicted psychologists, you know, they work with to try to see, like, you know, what is it going to take to get the citizens to start brawling and get their eyes off of what is actually going on. Now, I might be really wrong. Do anybody want to make a prediction of who, or y'all want to leave that alone? Because I know you can get in a bunch of trouble uh, talking about this matter. Anybody want to talk about who is going in there, or y'all want to leave that alone? Exactly. Hell Gato says, this election cycle is going to bring out the worst in people. Ooh, you can say that again. You can say this, you can say that again. And you're going to hear about a lot of people buying firearms. Firearms are going to definitely be in demand, as well as the artillery, the bullets, and all of that. Because people are gonna feel threatened, and people feel threatened, and they go to start, buying that type of stuff, because they want to protect themselves, especially if they're not getting what they want. Hey, Joe, how you doing? So, that's what's gonna be going on. It's gonna be so many robberies. People are gonna it's just the elderly is gonna be very vulnerable, and women with children. Women with children would be very vulnerable. You're gonna hear about a whole lot of house break-ins and stuff. 2025, lots of school shootings. I mean, we've been hearing about that here at the tail end. But a lot of children are just they're not grounded, they're not connected. Because you know, like even my grandchild, I bought him an Apple tablet, but I'm really concerned about his mental state, because he's only 3 years old. He knows how to type in his password. He spent hours on hours on on that tablet. And my concern is we haven't done any experiments yet on what you are creating, what will be created out of a child that is overly indulging in a virtual world. Because little children, their brains are developing at a fast pace, and we don't know what a child turns out to be if he or she is nurtured by a tablet, by a virtual reality versus a physical reality. Now, okay, so we see the outcome of children who actually grew up under TVs. Now, we can see that right now. They are programmed, to see life a certain kind of a way. It picks out and chooses what's desirable, what's not desirable, how to conduct yourself, how to obey, how to be a productive citizen. All of that is trained in programming and TV when we grew up, and our children, grew up with TV. But these little ones don't watch TV. And this is going to be a very interesting generation to study. What becomes of a child that is not necessarily, like I say, programmed by a TV, but programmed by apps on laptop device, I mean, on tablets, you know what I mean? Because that's mostly what every little baby got their own tab. 2 years old got their own tablet. So what are we creating? So there's very little human interaction with a lot of them. Like I said, 2 and 3 year olds know how to type their passwords in and immerse themselves in apps. Some of them, if they don't have parental control, they're probably already engaging and watching things that they shouldn't watch. And this is going to be a very dangerous. I don't call it experiment, but just negligence. We're failing our kids. I think they're going to be very disconnected from a standpoint of impulse control, human emotions, and connections. You understand what I mean? we kind of noticing that he don't necessarily respond to human interaction like we want him to. On one end, he seems like a genius. He can already at 3 years old text and communicate from one tablet to the next, even with you see what I'm saying, with his parents and stuff like that. He can text. And so my thing is, who else are you gonna text? You see what I'm saying? Who has access, even though they do have parental control, but a 3-year-old already that can text? Are we getting this understanding here? So they are so in the virtual world until like just trying to, them talking about the ones that are tapping in, talking to them, come here, totally ignoring you. Come here. With him, he's so advanced. They got a report on him that he told the teacher. When the teachers tell him, shh, quiet down, he's saying, you can't tell us what to do at 3. So I'm concerned about that because I said, we don't want him to be in a situation where he's making enemies and the teachers are not nice and not kind to him, but he's very bossy. Okay. Kim says, she said, yes, it's sad. These children today are having more of a out experience instead of an inter experience spiritual. Thank you so much for the cash app, Hazel. Thank you for the cash app. Thank you for the dap. Thank you so much. Okay. Yes. Hey, Jackie Quest Porter, they are very disconnected. And interaction with humans is a way to assist the child with developing a conscious. People who don't have a conscious will do anything. It teaches you that there's a consequence to your actions, you see, in development. These children that are starting off with these tablets too soon won't have that. Like I was telling my daughter, he can only have an interaction for an hour on a tablet in a given day. When he comes home from school, 1 hour, that's it. From there, everything should be like blocks and, just like toys. He won't. Now, he'll play with, he has a fascination with letters and numbers. But like these electronic toys and stuff that talk, he has absolutely no interest. He has no interest in any toys. Now, I know at one time the generation in 1980s, 1990s, our millennials, that was like the last of the children playing. And then that next generation, Generation Z, came along and they didn't play. And those kids are suffering from obesity and lots of health problems like diabetes and heart problems, high blood pressure early. So that is sort of like the consequences of what has happened to them. Okay. So now we got this new generation, Generation Alpha, who are interacting with this virtual world that can be very, very dangerous. We don't know what that outcome is going to be. No one knows. So we're going to be dealing with, my take on it, we're going to be dealing with children that are probably not going to get an opportunity to get grown. And those who do get grown, it's going to be hard to conversate with them and interact with them because it's like you're raising cyborgs. That's what they are, cyborgs. And I think this is what the powers that be want them to be, cyborgs. I was looking some things up on AI intelligence, well, artificial intelligence, and how they were like, it has gotten to the point that people who have brain injuries of some kind, maybe from a stroke, maybe from head injuries once again. They're actually implanting AI technology in the brains of these people. Now that is very interesting. Um, and AI can be a deadly weapon, believe it or not. Well, I think this is what's going on with our kids now. But anyways, I just wanted to that this is what's going to happen to our children. We're going to be dealing with children without emotions that don't be surprised they just go ahead on and just do that, you know. And these are the people, believe it or not. If you're young, you may not be feeling this right now, but you know, I'm aging. And so to think that these are going to be the people that we will be relying on to save our lives if we get sick, or you know, to our, you know, open a door for us or whatever, they're not going to do it. They're detached. They're not going to be. You may need these young people to open up a door. They're not going to open it. They're not going to listen. They're not going to open it. They're not going to have any manners. None of that. Okay. Pretty Crystal Cliff says, I heed the message. So if y'all got any little ones out there, 1 hour on the tablet is all they need. TV, don't even worry about them talking about watching TV. This little boy don't even pay attention to the TV. It's just sitting. They're not going to have any response to TV. They're not going to pay it no attention. Those are the days of the past, looking up at a TV. I want to look at that tablet, look at that cell phone. That's what they want to look at. So it's over. Ain't gonna be no more movie stars. Ain't gonna be no more rappers. Ain't gonna be no more artists. They're gonna be not needed because artificial intelligence will be creating art. It's already doing it now. Who needs to hire an artist to put paintings on their wall? Who? All you got to do is go in there, an AI image creator, and just tell them what you want. It'll create it. It could be in a form of fantasy, a sketch. You can choose your colors. It could be a painting, an airbrush. It will create it. Then you can go to a canvas company and just have it printed, hang it on your wall. You don't need a rapper. A rapper for what? Everybody can sing now with AI technology. What it does is it smooths out the kinks in your voice and make the lyrics up for you. You're not going to be hearing anything about no soul singers, rock singers, and all of that. That's going to be gone. You understand what I mean? Even now, like you go on your Netflix and your Tubi TVs, or Tubi TV, I think that's what it is. You can put your own movie on Tubi if you want to. You just cell phone, create your own. All you need is a group of people who are willing to do a skit for you or what have you and upload it on Tubi TV. Even the so-called movie stars or actors or actresses are gravitating to Netflix now. You know, you're finding them in movies because they know that's where the money is. You know, Hollywood, who needs it? It's just a thing of the past. MGM and Sony Records and all of that stuff like that. They're fighting. They're fighting to stay alive. Kevin said there is no need to fear this. The things that are coming are far better. For example, we will be in a post-spiritual society. Okay, we didn't see that. Okay, Kevin, listen. This is not to put fear in anybody. This is for those people who want to know. They want to get a gist of what's going on. I am a psychic, okay, a sage, okay, a magi, and people come because they want to get an idea of what they should be looking for. So there's no one fearing but you and other people who are afraid of change, because there is going to be a change, so you need to get yourself prepared for it. This is not to provoke fear or invoke fear. It's for preparation only, for those who are ready to prepare. Okay, Pretty Crystal Clear says the future will depend on your character. I cannot stress enough, y'all know hard winter's coming. 8 blankets. Put 8 in your house to each person. Each person should have 8 blankets to put on their body and 8 to drive around in your car. I'm driving around now with bottles of water in my car. If you ever get stranded in an ice storm, you got water in there. Hopefully it won't freeze. If you got snow on your tailpipe, do not operate your car. You got to clear the snow. If you can't clear the snow, wrap up in them 8 blankets, because you cannot operate a vehicle with snow on your tailpipe. Lots of people lost their lives up there in New York because they did not know that. They continue to operate their cars and exhaust fumes will come into your house. Look, I don't know what it is, but I think it's North Dakota or South Dakota, Minnesota, right up in that little area, or could be on the outskirts. Something very, all I can say is watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Flooding, dams, ice storms, all of these different, just severe stuff going on up in those areas. I've been feeling it hard. Spirit been letting me know about that. So y'all may want to get, definitely start researching how to take care of yourself during these type of events. Don't take it lightly. Oh, I know it is, because I'm getting hot. I'm getting very hot just even talking about that area up there. Dams breaking. Listen to me. Vegas, watch out. You know you've already had your situation. So you need to be really getting yourselves ready. But those 3 places that I just described, I can see houses underwater. One of those places, like rivers overflowing type of thing. Whatever. Ice storms, those type of things. Okay, I'm ready. Okay. Okay. So let me know. Okay, so now I'm going to start from scratch. Who's going to be the first person, now that we let everybody know some of the things to expect? Okay. Pretty Crystal Clear said, flip them, baby, flip them. She said, flip them. Okay. Okay, so I need to know. Y'all, that one got me right there. South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota, up in that underlying area up there. Ohio, you need to wake. You got to wake up, Ohio. You got to wake up over there in Ohio. Y'all got to get it together, because y'all ain't ready neither. Ohio is going to be definitely sought after, because there's something very magical in Ohio that was left behind by the indigenous people. Matter of fact, I've seen where they have some very what's the word to use? Very potent ores in Ohio, like things like iridium. Those type of things are under the ground, and they're not gonna hear it. So I know y'all saying, "The mama, don't tell it all." If you tell it all, then they're gonna come up there and up there looking for it. But they don't take me serious. But under the ground, there are important ores like iridium in Ohio, and it's some very sacred treasures. That's the best way I can put it in Ohio. So you're gonna find that government is going to be moving people around up there. When they want to move you around, you're gonna get more tax. Like, oh, no insurance for these areas, because there are some places in California right now that won't even take. They can't even get insurance on their houses, and like I say, there's a place in California right now. They don't have insurance. They don't have running water. They don't have electricity. And Texas going to experience a lot of that. And when they're ready to attack you, that's what they're going to do. Well, thank you so much, Hakeem. Okay, Hakeem gets okay. We're gonna talk to Hakeem first. Hakeem said, "What's easy future plan for me?" She says she hates me, and we work at the same company. Is it Lizzie? Cause I see Izzy, but that's Lizzie. What's Lizzie future plan for me? Let's okay. Let's talk about it. Okay, it's very important that if you're here, that you speak English only. No other languages will be accepted here. So you will lose your privileges to be able to communicate here. We're doing readings here, and people cannot interpret these strange foreign languages. Now, they may be, a language for you that you respect or whatever, but it's disrespectful to come into a chat where there mostly are only English speaking people and speak another language, because how do you expect for us to understand what you're saying? You could be saying something ugly. So any languages that I cannot, pronounce or understand or read, I'm gonna take them up out of here, okay? Because you're a troll. You're trolling me, okay? English speaking here only. There are too many interpreters, Google interpreter or whatever, that will take your language and convert it into English. So that's what you're gonna have to do if you're gonna come in here. Okay, let's talk. Hakeem actually sent $10, so we want to give Hakeem the utmost. And you say you want to know what Lizzie's plan is for you. What is Lizzie's future plan for you? She says she hates you, and y'all work together with. Let me tell you something, buddy. You already answered your own question. If she hates you, there is. I mean, you should be able to figure that out yourself. I'm not trying to make light of what you got going on or whatever, but I mean, it's self-explanatory that ain't going nowhere unless you plan on using a love spell. You plan on doing a love spell so Lizzie can fall in love with you. But that I don't even have to close my eyes and envision that. You should know yourself. Do you want to ask me something else? You just do pull your cards for you. I think I just should pull cards for you, but we shouldn't even be talking about Lizzie. Lizzie got her mind made up. If there's a Lizzie at all. Hello? Okay, let me talk to you, Hakeem. Do you want cards pulled? Yes or no? Because we already, all of us, press one if y'all already know that we should keep on going because Lizzie got somebody. And Lizzie is not interested. Press one. We got some other psychics up in here. Okay, our moderator Gail says, we just talking to we just trying to raise a dead horse up from the ground. We trying to literally resurrect the dead. Hello? Okay, she traveled. Hazel Hoffa says all of them press one. Okay. Libra Diva, how you doing? She pressed one and Undead Goddess pressed one. So we gonna move on from there, okay? Hey, Car Z pressed one. Oh, dear Crossroads, we come here today, gathered here in a circle, all of us. And we would like for you to evaluate this situation with Hakeem. Hakeem has some interest in an individual named Lizzie, and we already let him know that that particular situation is just a waste of time. But Hakeem wants to know what to expect now and the next 90 days, because we know sometimes, some of the predictions may fall outside of 90 days. But whatever is the most important for Hakeem, we ask that you reveal to us this right now. We thank you in advance for all that you do for us. Ashe. Okay? Let me tell you what I seen. Hakeem, when I had my eyes closed, I saw a railroad track. What I was seeing at the railroad track is somebody either put something down. Somebody's been going to the railroad track, or something detrimental has happened at the railroad track. Now, so you may not know about this right at this particular point, but something is getting ready to go down. But it looked like maybe a derailment or something. And it could represent, or metaphorically, something else. Something like, your plans may be a little bit off the track, you know what I mean? And you need to get your act together, get yourself together, what have you, because maybe you've been paying attention to a whole lot of different things that don't really necessarily matter. Or you're a little bit off hinged in a sense. You're not necessarily paying attention, getting your priorities together. Like I say, metaphorically, it can mean those things, okay? But at the same time, too, like I said, it could be a situation where, like I say, somebody could be putting work down at the railroad track. Could be you, or could be somebody else. If you have found yourself experiencing lots and lots of roadblocks, well, somebody's doing some work on you. And we know what the tracks are known for. They intersect what? The street. And anything that intersects the street is a crossroad. Could be telling me you that you're at the crossroads. Now, in a sense, I really think that, and you're struggling also with some type of religious affiliation. I did see some type of religion there. Now, you may say, "Oh, I don't fool with no church," but there's a church at battle against you, because I saw the shadow of the cross on you. Now, it could mean so many different things without me looking directly at you. The struggle could be some type of vampirism. People are known to pull the cross on the vampire, and the shadow of that cross is also what brings strife in the life of a person that may be, themselves a vampire. And vampire is not just the person that suck blood, but take energy and take advantage of people. That's a form of vampirism. Or it's a struggle with a church. Warfare, spiritual warfare in a church, anywhere from somebody just going to a church against you, but you're definitely under spiritual warfare attack. What do I suggest? I suggest it is time for you to, like when I say get your priorities together, you're most definitely a spiritual person. The first thing I want to ask, do you have any kind of, trinkets to protect yourself? You understand what I mean? And, I would hate to think that you, the one going for energy. If you are going for energy, and sometimes people go for energy and they don't really know. They just, that just their presence is very draining, and they take energy without meaning any harm or what have you. Always go out in nature. You can benefit from nature. You can definitely benefit from nature. I need to get out there myself. Going to a park where there may be a creek with water that flows. You understand? Be careful. Put your feet in there. Grab some water. Put your feet in the grass. You just don't know. Just talking to a tree, touching a tree, the tree absorbs that energy and take it in the ground and then charge you up at the same time too. Cause I'm looking, and I always tell everybody, y'all make sure y'all want me to talk to y'all about this here, cause I have to tell you the truth. Don't care if it hurts your feelings, cause like I said, I am a shadow priest. And this is a shadow deck. This is not um, the cotton candy deck. I'm gonna make a cotton candy deck for people who want cotton candy. I do make gingerbread dolls for people who don't want necessarily spirit dolls, hoodoo dolls. They just want them a little cotton candy doll. Yeah, so I make those too. How about that? Thank you, Gail, for getting rid of those ticks. Flick the ticks. Thank you so much, because we're in a sacred place right now, and all who disrupt, I do think that you're going to be handed down some lashings from the crossroads. A lot of people just, they just hear in the world, and they don't know that there's a spiritual world that coincides with our physical world. But Hakeem, I definitely think that you need to go out in nature. If someone is vampiring against you, you need you need your spiritual weapons on you. You know what I mean? You need to be armed. Crosses, crosses in your house, crosses on your neck. I think the crosses are some of the strongest, because somebody definitely got a cross on you, because I saw it. Crosses are some of the strongest defense weapons that there are. I'm not saying you won't get hit, but they'll take, the cross would take the hit before you just necessarily fall down. You know what I mean? So the thing I'm suggesting for you is a cross. Are you fearful of crosses? Do crosses bother you? Hmm? You got an issue with a cross? Did Hakeem leave? Hakeem scattered, y'all. I don't see not one, what you call, just gone, bye-bye. Hakeem. Okay, here Hakeem is right here. I just saw it. I sure did. What happened? See, so with Hakeem, I just saw yes. With Hakeem, I don't necessarily know if he's dealing with, spiritual vampires, because there's a woman in particular, or this individual doesn't realize that they're draining people. But I do see some stalking going on and all of that, And like I say, I'm here to offer help, because staying in this type of emotional state is going to keep you in a situation where you're going to have a lot of roadblocks, And them roadblocks, hell. Roadblocks are hell, and they're hard to figure out. They're like mazes. You just can't figure how to get yourself up out of it for nothing. And I can hear a little voice, and you crying out. You're crying out for help. Okay. I guess Hakeem is gone. No, I don't see a great fortune of gold, silver, any of those things or whatever. I just see where, which we all can benefit from it, where there's going to be a lot of spiritual work that you're going to have to embark on, because you definitely got some supernatural talents. You got them, but you got to use them uh, in a way in which, it will bring forth fruit. You understand? Fruit, and not thistles and thorns. Because if you don't use this gift the correct way, you understand what I mean? You're gonna just find yourself with thistles and thorns. But anyways, blow on this deck right quick, Hakeem, because I do have to pull your 2 cards. Because I can really do the readings without the cards. Hakeem, blow. If Hakeem hadn't blowed, I'm gonna take a little bit of your breath and put it on these cards, Hakeem. Okay. I see lots of people, Hakeem, in a park. And these are either the people who have affected you, or you have affected them, quite a few people. If it's you affecting them, you got a trail of people on your back. Or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're an individual where lots of people are riding your back for some reason, because I'm not quite sure. Hoping we can pull a card and get some more understanding of who's who. Who's the vampires? Is it you? Is it them? And I'm nothing against vampires, because they're part of this community too. And we don't bash them. A real true life, no, you got two guys. You got vampires who are very respectful. They will ask for energy. They will pay for energy. Like you may have paid for some energy yourself when you did that cash app. Those are the respectful vampires. Vampires that need energy are usually either the 2 kinds. You got the vampire that exhausts energy recklessly, okay, on whatever they're doing. You got vampires that are inhabited by lots of entities that require lots of energy, and they use that person as a host. And it could be anything from spirits that bring lots of gifts and stuff like that. Maybe you're able to play keyboards, instruments, maybe you're an artist or whatever, and those entities require energy. And so it could be, or you're a book writer or something like that. And when you go around people, you're going around people not knowing you are draining them. So people will tend to kind of stay away a little bit, and you're wondering, oh, what did I do? Well, they don't want to be around because they just tired. They just can't handle it. You know what I mean? And you may not even mean them harm, or who knows? Maybe you're one of those vampires and stuff like that that is well aware that you need energy, and you're gonna take it and by any means necessary, however you can get your hands on it. You don't care, because we got them kind of vampires out there too. Well, those are emotional and energy vampires I just described. To some extent, we've all been there. We've all been in a place where our energy has been drained, because maybe we've been around people who drained us, or maybe we may be in some trouble. Our health, our spiritual health, our physical health has put us in a situation where we have to be around someone to get what we call, confidants, to help us through a rocky road, you understand? But still, at that moment, you're unintentionally a vampire at that moment. You're sick, just like I said, the lady, you know what I mean, had told me, she said, I have like a severe UTI, and she wanted me to come by and everything, and all of that, and it can be kind of draining, but she just needs somebody to lean on for a minute. And what gets them well is us donating and giving. You had this card to fall out of here. Emotional. You are an emotional vampire. This card fell with it. Oh. Husband? Emotional husband. That husband thing. You have to help clarify that one for us right quick. What's going on now? You ain't nobody's husband, are you? And I know you ain't messing with nobody's husband. I'm not feeling those vibes. But at any rate, them two cards fell out. And it could be for somebody else. But we want to make sure, Spirit, these cards are for nobody but Hakeem. Okay? Hakeem already blowed on it. You looking to get a... there it goes again. How could this happen? I just shuffled the deck. It fell out the deck the first time. And guess what? It shows back up. We're dealing with an emotional vampire. Hakeem. Hakeem. Oh, thank you, Gail. Okay, look, I just saw something. Gail says that Lizzie has a husband. Uh-oh, look like we got Gail on that. She on it. Gail Divining. Thank you for that. Ooh. Lizzie don't like you because you're an emotional vampire. Now, you know, like I say this right here out of love. So don't take this right here as a situation where I'm bashing you. Because I know you kind of got quiet a little bit there. Get your energy from nature. All kind of herbal teas out there that you can drink that can help you. Settle this thing with these spirits that are requiring so much energy, that's robbing you and robbing the people that you are around. I want you to take a walk out in the park tomorrow. Matter of fact, I'm going to try to take a walk somewhere. I don't know if it's going to be in the park, but I need to. Put my foot in the sand at the little creek or something like that. I'm advising everybody who can go to your local park. And I'm telling you, you might be depressed, but I'm telling you something about, I'm not necessarily talking about the grieving because it takes a lot of time with grieving. But if you find yourself depressed, lonely, Hakeem, you're a lonely person. I peeped that game. You're very lonely. Very lonely. You may need to go and like I said, go to the park tomorrow. Go. Hey, Rena. Thank you for moderating. Rena says, yes, Mother Wisdom, I miss you taking us on walks. Remember you took us to the lake and the alligator tried to get you. Ow! You right about that, baby. Y'all had to tell me. Wait a minute, Mama. We see bubbles. I want to put my feet in that water. Big old bubbles y'all saw. Then my son turned around and said, Mama, we need to get away from here. Bones are on the ground. The blubber of a muskrat was just laying there, just floating. I said, I ain't been back. Thank y'all for saving my life. I ain't been back. And the man who that lives down there said them alligators get pretty. He said, ma'am, they get pretty big and pretty long down here. Don't mess around that river. He said, if you ain't got no gun, you ain't got to be down there because it's like down. You have to go down and then bank. And you got to head up an embankment. Y'all, we got a call. Let's see who this is. Hello?
Oh, this Mother Wisdom Tree?
Yes, you on a recorded live stream.
Oh, okay. Oh, my homegirl, she put me on about you, and I'm going through some stuff right
now. Okay, so how about you call me later? Earlier tomorrow, in the daytime. How about that?
Yeah, yes, man. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I work out of town. Like, I gotta leave home to like make some money, but I go back home tomorrow, so I feel more comfortable with my wife and you, and to speak.
Okay. How about
short, to make it understandable? They trying to put me in prison 20 years.
Okay, now you know everybody listening to you. I just told you I was on a live stream.
Oh shit! Oh, my bad.
Right. They don't know who you are, but you can call me back tomorrow. Call me about 1 p.m., okay? Tomorrow. Central Standard. Okay, now. Bye-bye.
Hey, stay safe. Yes, ma'am. Good night.
Okay, good night. Okay, so I didn't expect for that explicit information to come out. Okay, so Hakeem, I think Hakeem gave up on us. Somebody's being very malicious towards you, or are you being malicious towards someone else? I got your breath on these dice. Okay. It says you've done something very disturbing. What did you do very disturbing? Y'all, why is Hakeem so quiet? Oh, poor Hakeem just left. Press 1, y'all, if Hakeem just left us. So I won't have to go all the way back to the top. Now, I want everybody to know that if you press 1, yeah, Car Z, they got some dices that are made out of bone, some out of wood. These are made out of some type of plastic, look like a resin or something. Okay, Hakeem left us. Okay, a lot of people ain't gonna hang around if you're not giving them what they want. Look, this is what we need to understand, and I'm not necessarily just talking about Hakeem. Some people, when you give them information about what is going on, and they think it's either a lot of work or they don't necessarily believe, that that reading fits them. Say, for instance, they may figure, oh, this is a terrible reading. This is not me. I'm a great person. I don't want to hear it. And they may not necessarily want to vibe with it or do the work. A lot of people don't want to do the work. It's exhausting because maybe they either tried to do the work and they failed at it, or what's going on is, once again, they don't want to accept the fact that they need to do work. But we all need to do work here. I need to do work. You know what I mean? So for somebody to say, I don't need no work, I don't need no, you know what I mean? I've mastered everything. I don't need anything at this point. Then the only thing that follows that is death. If you've mastered, the people who've left here are the people who either failed or mastered. We should always continue to be working on ourselves until we can. Okay. Thank you, Rena. Our moderator said, don't forget to thumbs up the video. Thank you so much, Rena, for all you do. Okay. So, Gail, press 1. You was next for your reading. I just don't tell you. I just don't give readings. I also offer solutions, spiritual advice. And what's good about getting readings is you have the opportunity to change everything I said. You can change that. You can change it. I don't see anything bad happening to you at this point. Nothing bad. But I just do see that you can have a more fruitful journey if you make some changes. That's it. But if you're a guru and you know what you're doing and you're just going to live life and continue to do it that way, you're going to be blocked soon. You're just going to have a lot of blockage. It's going to get worse. Your blockage is going to increase. You don't want that. Okay. Okay. Who's next? Y'all, I did a reading for someone on this channel. And I had to get off. I had the worst headache. It's slightly catching. I'm getting it again. You know, usually when I do readings and it causes a headache like that, being intercepted by an entity. And these are the entities that are putting stumbling blocks and roadblocks in the individual who's receiving. What do they call it when the person, what they have a name for the person that's receiving the reading or receiving the work? There's a name for it. I don't necessarily know the name, the receptor. I don't know. But the headache comes from trying to get past all of the blockage that the entity has created or entities has created for the individual. And it causes me to have a headache over here, an extreme headache that can last for days. And I'm telling you, it's rough. And these people have so much going on until it's just like, oh my God, you know, it's just best to just call a priest. Usually people like that, like I say, are very lonely. And they're lonely because, I'm not talking about Hakeem. I'm not talking about Hakeem. I'm not. But if the shoe fit, wear it. But those individuals, like, see, I just saw the entity. It has like razor blade nails from here all the way out. And they're not like little thin ones. They look like knives, like butcher knives, or maybe like a saw. Sort of like each nail got a saw on it. And it's like this. You know what I mean? So it's like they're not necessarily gonna want you to kind of help out. And my head should be having a veil on. They don't want you to give them no help. And that creates some problems for you. They will intimidate you and harass you. Okay, undead goddess says, to help this kind of pain, just release the pressure off the sacrum. Okay, thank you for that advice. It's gone because I had to talk about it. It was not a headache, but I just felt a tiny cracking, like, oh, it's coming. It'd be mostly men that give me that. And I think with a lot of them, they had done some bad deeds to women and stuff. And they got some karma and they don't have any women to put it in. See, women don't realize we take in a lot of men's karma. The womb is sort of like, for some people that don't respect it, it's just a trash receptacle. Just a way to just, you know, just use it like a trash can and just throw away your stuff. You know, they're terrible people who use women like that in that aspect. But some of these women are not necessarily innocent, because to get what they want, they don't mind them using it in that manner. So you just have to be very careful who you're going to take in your space, because who you're going to take in your space can affect you for the rest of your life. I was looking at a video that had came up. It was a part 1 and it had a part 2, and it was talking about all of the what you call those people, porn stars, you know, that died, and it tells what year they were born. It was 101 for one video, and then it was like another amount for the next video, but it was quite a few. And it was telling, giving their name as porn stars, and it told you what year they were born, what year they passed, and what they passed from. Now, I thought it would be AIDS. I do know I did not see AIDS as their cause of death. The cause of death for most of them was, for the majority of them, was suicide. Suicide. And I thought that was very interesting, because I was expecting to say, oh, they all died of AIDS. The majority of them died because they committed suicide. So, like I said, all of this to say this right here, you can have so many people's energy in your womb-niverse. Murderers. Use your imagination, all of these different people leaving behind their energy in your space. And that little place is not made to carry the energy of many people like that. And you're just using your body to do whatever with no spiritual sense of your being. And when they have that stored in them, because a man releases, when he releases, he just feel like he's on top of the world. It's almost like he's found a remedy for his tension, a remedy for his depression, his anxiety, his fears, his woes, his guilt, by releasing them into your body. It's disgusting. Now, and you got to realize that seminal fluid is nothing but cerebral fluid. Cerebral fluid actually bathe our brains and protect it. So it goes from here down our spinal cord and for a man into his ejaculate. So whatever the mind thinks of, it's within the fluid, the seminal fluid, which is part of your cerebral fluid. So if this person is just a horrible person, a sadistic person, a selfish person, once again, a murderer, you got that in you. What you gonna do with that? And now you're attached with them on an ethereal level. And people talk about cutting cords. Can't cut no cords. Unless you can go off in the astral realm and disconnect that. You've actually signed a contract with the beings or the spirits or the gods or whatever this person represent. You've signed some type of contract with those beings. Be they good, be they bad. And you just can't easily get out no damn contract. You can't. Y'all got spirits behind me, so y'all see them. I know y'all see them on here. You know what I mean? They all around me. I've always had a lot of spirit attachments. I'm about to say attacks, but attachments. But yeah. You just don't just walk away from that energy. That's yours. It takes sometimes 7 years, if it ain't gonna consume you, to be able to first of all cleanse that DNA out of your body, because it becomes a part of you. You know, a lot of women have it in their wombs, and when they have babies by other men, the babies can also take up characteristics of the man that slept with that woman prior. Give you an example. You know, me and my siblings have different fathers. The first of my siblings got the same father. I have a different dad than them. But for some odd reason, I look like their father. I look like them. I know what y'all said, Mom, I don't look like, no, I ain't saying I look like a man, but I look like the father's family. I look like their dad's family for some reason. But we done the ancestry, and I'm no kin to this man. Absolutely no kin. I look like my brother, which is their brother, but he's my brother by the fact that, you know, he's their brother. So I favor my brother. I favor the women on his side of the family, his father's side of the family, because they say I look just like, you know, their father's grandmother. But anyways, it's weird because, you know, ancestors say we no kin. But it goes back to what I said. She didn't give 7 years in between us guys. But she was a very young lady, you know, at the time she was like, she gave birth to me at 22. So she had her first baby at sort of like 18 or 17 or something like that. So she was young. And we talking about Selma, where it's very poor, you know. I mean, she was doing the best she could. But so you can expect some of your offspring to take up some characteristics of the man that you slept with prior to the man you got the baby with. Because DNA hard to get rid of. Once you get that inside you, it takes 7 years for that stuff to go away. Now, once you start dealing with all this other stuff on an ethereal realm, that stuff can stay with you and haunt you for life. Be careful who you let in your womb. Okay, so now I did a lot of explaining. So, Gail, did you say you was next? Because I got to have your permission. Press 1 if you next. Oh, M and J is next. Well, okay. M and J, let's talk. You say you got 7 children by the same one man. Now, this is how I feel about having babies. Y'all, we need to have as many as we possibly can. Hello? Because everybody else having many as they possibly can. Am I right? So, anytime I see a woman with a lot of children, now that takes my attention. I'm like, congratulations. Because that's what we're here to do. We're here to replenish the earth. Hello? Hello? And I'm not saying everybody got to do it, but people who are doing it, you know what I mean? They're bringing us gifts to the earth. So give it up for the mothers who are bringing these children in the world, because a lot of folks ain't having no babies right now. Okay, so if you're getting a reading and you're trolling just for the fun of it, it's going to be a consequence in behind that. So I am trying to make sure that, you are aware of that, okay? So if you coming here and you're just testing spirit or what have you, that's not a good idea, because you're going to experience some major roadblocks in your life, okay? You're going to start seeing where you're going to lose favor. People who used to say yes are going to start saying no. So y'all want to be careful coming in here trolling for readings. MJ, are you sure you want to go further with this? Hello? This is a shadow deck. And more or less what it does is talk about those things that sometimes we don't want to talk about. And those are the shadows, because either we fear the shadows or our shadows are not accepted by us because we've been trained, you understand? And from a social setting, you understand, to be these sugar and spice, everything nice girls and stuff like that, and be these courteous little boys or whatever, ignoring those shadowy sides of ourselves. And the shadowy sides of ourselves, once again, they're not being addressed because, like, once again, we either fear them or we dislike them because it is discouraged, once again, and not tolerated in our society, but they haunt us. Shadows will haunt you until they are addressed. I have mines, Because I mean, even though we show everyone the side of ourselves that we want them to see, and that's usually the best side that we can present, there is a very dark, sinister side of all of us. You know, when we're in like what you call survival mode, you can see the most grimmest of the grim in us, because this is a situation where if we get hungry enough, maybe we may eat, you know, those crazy things, you know, those things people do in the dark and then get bold enough to do in the daylight as they become very desperate. That is a part of everybody in humanity. Not to not have it is to be destroyed. You know, just like that Komodo dragon. Oh my God, you know, just to see one coming, and, you know, you just think the worst of them, but they serve a place on the planet. And even though they're just spooky as hell, you know what I mean? They're the great dragons that, you know, that once were like very, very huge. You know that they're the dinosaurs. They're the prehistoric creatures that have just as much of a job to do here in the ecosystem as anything else. The rattlesnake, the cobra, all that stuff. Ooh, it's as spooky as it sounds. Don't it sound spooky, whatever? So, you know, the shadow, yeah, that shadow has to be addressed. And a lot of people will bail on you. You know what I mean? Hakeem bail. You know, bail because they don't want to address that shadow. You know, some people get a little bit embarrassed. So if you know you don't want your info out here, whatever, you know, just you can opt out. You don't have to do this. But when you think about it, nobody knows who you are. And we're not judging Hakeem because some of us have all been there. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to give him a suggestion of what he can do to straighten his situation out. So, you still want this reading, M and J? Hmm? I can't see. I ain't got my glasses on. Man or woman, M and J? Man or woman? Hmm? Let me know. Brief moment, y'all. I'm just waiting on them. Are you a man or woman, M and J? Hmm? Oh, you got to be a woman. You said you had 7 kids by the same man. Sorry about asking that. Oh, sorry about that. I mean, it should have been self-explanatory. No, you couldn't be a man having you giving birth to children. Sorry about that. You know, I should have known that. It's just getting a little bit later. I'm getting kind of sleepy. You know, I ain't getting kind of sleepy, but sometimes shoot, it's 2:27 in the morning. I start dozing off around that time. I got to make y'all get ready. I got my jewelry line that'll be coming out. This is one of my latest jewelry with a purpose. This is just like if you need to extend it, you want a little bit more looser or you want a little bit more tighter. I just added extra here. Okay, with a purpose for any given situation. If you, more or less, I like to use these for my readings. Copper and quartz crystal. Once you put the two of them together, you got communication. Okay, so we're communicating not only with learning how to effectively communicate with physical beings in our life, but also communicating with spirit, with ancestors. That's what this is right here. We got a ruby here, and we got the quarry shells. Quarry shells are used for divining. So this is one of my what I would call my intuitive bracelets right here. This is an intuitive bracelet. I want to make it where the bangles bangle. Okay, so we're going to be getting some of these out. So I created all of these here, and I was going to try to make some tonight, but I guess, we won't be making none of these tonight. Okay. Oh, dear crossroads, I come here with a person that is participating in my in our chat room, and she wants some insight as to what is coming up ahead of her road. Something, that is very pertinent between now and the next 6 months. She says she has 7 children, so that's quite a bit of responsibility. But as we command her for bringing these offsprings in the world so that they can experience their physical life as well. She's a mother. And she's, like I say once again, she is what I call doing her duties here on the earth, replenishing, like I said. So she wants some spiritual insight, like what is coming up ahead of that road. We thank you so much for what you do and what you give to us and what you let us see, because you don't have to let us see it. Thank you for lifting the veil. Ashe. Now, immediately when I closed my eyes, I saw a lot of snow on a car. What's up with that? MJ? I don't know why I saw a lot of snow. Is this a lot of snow on a car? Or is this like soap suds on a car? I'm listening. I'm waiting on your response. Let me ask you something. Do you stay in an area where there's lots of snow and ice? Waiting on your response. Do you stay in an area where there's lots of snow and ice? Okay, I saw it. Yes, Chicago. Okay. Let me tell you something. It's hard for me to say this. But baby, all I can say is gonna be what I said for the next 6 months. And I don't know why I used to say 90 days, but for you it's 6 months. Hold up. Wow, this is tough. This is tough right here, because I'm trying to find a way to put this, but I want to be very accurate when I say it, because I saw a snow-covered place. Okay, see, like down here, we don't get snow and ice like that. So I knew that you were in a very snowy, icy place. So I did get that. I was right on time with it, but I'm trying to see why Spirit will show me that for you personally. This is crazy. I want you to be very careful, baby, who you trust between now and the next 6 months. On a metaphoric level, it could be telling me that it looks like a situation where you can be trapped by somebody who's not being honest with you because there's someone that is not, or that is coming. They could be coming or they could be here now, but that they're not being forthright with you, okay? They're looking to trap you, okay? So that's why I said between now and the next 6 months, anybody that's new that's going to show up, I want you to be very scrupulous with them. It reminds me of my daughter. I just called I felt very melancholy out of nowhere. When I feel like that, I'm gonna call my grown children. And I knew which one to call. My daughter had went to her sister's house, and I called on the phone. I said, somebody gonna call you in the night, and they're going to want you to go somewhere with them. I said, don't go. I said, cause that's death. Death called. And she calls me back. Later on that night, still with her sister. She said, oh my God. She said, do you know it's a friend, an older friend of hers. She called me and asked me to go to, to like a little club and hang out or whatever. And she said, I told her no, and I told her to get in. Because she said, my mom told me that death was hovering. I said, I know something bad gonna happen. Y'all, that very uncomfortable feeling is coming all over here on the side of my head. So they didn't go. And I'm gonna tell y'all this too. If somebody ever call you in and you don't, and you get a funny feeling and somebody calls you and wants you to go somewhere, and it just don't feel right, that be death. Don't go. If somebody at the last minute want to do something, let's go and do something last minute. Never go to last minute shit. Always plan things. We know that on Friday night we're supposed to go and do this, we're supposed to go and do that. Okay, that's fine. But a call in the night telling you to come out, death trying to set you up. And so she told the lady, said, I can't come out. My mama told me not to go nowhere. Do y'all know I didn't fully understand it? Because I was looking for something on the physical to happen. Like maybe a shooting or robbing or something like that. Come to find out, the woman that wanted to go for her to go somewhere tonight. See, sometimes people be operating on stuff and they don't be knowing what they doing, but their spirits be trying to find a way to get things worked out for them. That lady just found out she got breast cancer. And she said, Mama, prior to the diagnosis, the lady's she had been very clingy. Now, not saying that you can't support a person with that, you know what I mean? Because sometimes, we got to be there for our friends. We can't run out on them, you know what I mean? But at the same time, too, what I'm saying, just be very mindful how much energy you're going to pour into a situation like that, because that stuff it can transfer and backfire. So, yeah. Okay, so M&K, the reason why they were showing me snow and ice on cars, because it was letting me know your location. We know you're not from an island because it doesn't snow in an island. Now, some weird cases it might. We know you're not down south because we don't get snow like that. Every blue moon, we might have some snow or some ice, so it's not prevalent here like that. So that's what it was showing me. And it was showing me that there's someone that is coming. You can't trust them because they're going to set you up, you know what I mean, get you in a whole lot of trouble. You know what I mean? So you're going to have to avoid that at all costs. No new deals, no contracts to be signed between now and 6 months. Okay? For your safety. Okay? Okay, M and K, could you please blow on this deck right here? Blow on this deck. Okay. Have you blown on the deck yet? Press 1 and you blown on this deck. Okay, Melissa said cancer is just a dis-ease. Exactly. Remember we talked about earlier that, you know, a lot of what ails us, what might ache or be dis-ease or are not in alignment could be from us storing emotions in different portions of our body. So when we think about it, what's that noise? Okay, Beth. Okay. You can store it and emotions like to be in areas that are high in hormones, fats, and cholesterols or what have you. These are the places that they like to go in. I don't even call them emotions, just dis-ease, just those things that, you know, make us unwell. They go in different places like that. And I said, y'all can look it up and see like what would, like with me, I'm just dealing with this damn heel pain that go up my back. When I stand up on my foot, it'll go up like that, come down like that, sort of like, I'm like, oh, whoa, wait. And a lot of it is coming from holding down a lot of people. A lot of people rely on me. A lot of people, and some of these people are ethereal. I don't necessarily see them people, but they do exist. Lots of people come up on our channels. I've had some people that say, I pray to you, girl. And I said, oh, we need to be praying to another source other than myself because I'm in a physical human form. You know, you don't necessarily, you should be praying to the living like that. You know what I mean? And so I carry quite a bit of weight on my back, you know. I had a client to come in to the temple and she herself is intuitive and she says, oh my God, the weight of what you carry. How do you carry this? So MJ, I need you to go ahead and blow on this deck. Okay, so you did blow on the deck. Okay, cause my mind everywhere. I have my little assistant for people who don't know. This is Gede. And it's been a minute since Gede has come and talked to you. If for people who have seen the walking voodoo doll, me walking the doll, and everybody think it's somebody else was walking the doll. No, that was me. You know, that was me walking the dog. No one else. It was myself. The lady with the gray pants, the pink. I think I had a pink jacket with black on it, or what have you. That was myself. So this is that doll right here. I am a doll maker. I have it. I'm gonna pick up some more of my dolls and bring to you. I'm only talking to the people who are new that's coming, y'all. We got plenty of trolls in here, so we know that there are new people inside of our chat. You know. So for those who are new and respectful, hello. Pleased to meet you. I am a diviner. I am a spiritualist. I am a psychic. I am a creator. I am a chaotic destroyer, destroying in creative chaos. That is who I am. Okay. So here we go, M and J. We're going to go ahead on and we're going to pull these two cards right here. See what we got. Now, I always like to ask the question first. Some of these things have already happened because we're at the mercy of the crossroads and its spirits, its entities, its gods and goddesses. We're at the mercy of them. So they may decide to, well, pleased to meet you too, Melissa. They may decide to give us information, you know, maybe from the past, some things that may have already happened. But the reason why they're bringing it to us, because the past can be repeated if we're not necessarily aware of that past. Somebody else gave a cash app. Thank you for the cash app to the individual who sent the other cash app. It's very appreciated. So some of these things may have transpired, okay? Here you have a card here. You have a death card. Don't panic. Don't get scared. Because the card was upright. So if this death card is upright, it indicates to me that you're getting ready to go through a serious transformation. Now, if that card had been upside down, then I would be saying, look like somebody has probably what you call transitioned. Somebody around you has transitioned. Maybe in the past year. You understand? Or somebody very dear to you may have transitioned in the last few years. Then I'd be like, okay, you got this card. Or if you say no, nobody transpired or have went over to the other side, then I'll be saying, okay, see, like this card upside down, I'll be saying, well, between now and the next 6 months, somebody's going to pass away. But your card was upright. Okay? Unless you tell me, oh, yeah, you did have someone to pass. Did you? Did you, MK? So we can go ahead and rule that out. Oh, Melissa, you said that. You know how I know your aunt passed? Card right there in my hand. These are your 2 cards. Bam. See? Here's a whole deck sitting over here. These are your 2 cards. Y'all, my laptop finna die. So if y'all want to follow me to the next video, I'm going to have to head to the other channel. I'm so sorry. I'm on 10%. This don't buy no Apple, y'all. But anyway, so it's let me know. So it was a death card. But you're getting ready to go through a serious transformation. And I want to talk about this a little further. But I'm going to end this live. And then we'll start the next live up on the channel we just left, the Mother Wisdom channel. Okay, so follow me over there right quick, y'all, so we can finish this up. This tablet is toast. Okay, y'all. Press 1 if you're coming to the next channel. Mother Wisdom channel. Just type in Mother Wisdom. You'll see a little doll lady, old lady just standing there. Because, I mean, I can't even prop this up on nothing. Hey, Orla, how you doing? Okay, so I'm finna go back to the channel we came off of, Mother Wisdom channel. Just type in Mother Wisdom, you'll see the alternative channel, okay? And M and J, come to there so we can finish talking about your transformation that is coming, okay? Okay, thank y'all for coming out.